Welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to add an accurate Johnny store, just like the one from Baldi's Basics Plus. And when I say accurate, I mean accurate. So let's get started. Step 1. First, download the PspLeafFox package. It contains PspLeafFox and everything needed for the store. Before importing it, make sure you have YTPs installed, since they're required. GreenLocker and Elevator are optional, but I recommend adding them if you want the store to be as accurate as possible. The tutorials for those are linked in the description. Now import the PspLeafFox package. You'll probably see a bunch of errors appear in the console. Don't panic. I know it looks scary, but they're fixable. Just be patient because this part can take a little while. And that's what we're going to fix now. Step 2. Let's start with the scripting. Open your game controller script and at the very end of the game controller script, add the variables shown in the tutorial. If you already have YTPs variables from another setup, remove the old ones and replace them with these. Search for reset item, audio device, and update item name. You'll notice they're private. Change them to public so other scripts can access them. Then, now save the game controller script. Now it's time to set everything up in the scene. First, add YTPs display. I already have a separate tutorial explaining how YTPs work, so check the link in the description for that. Next, drag the item display prefab into your scene and completely unpack it. Find information text and go to its Text Mesh Pro component. Scroll down to Alignment and select the Centered Alignment option. That should fix the text positioning. At the end of the script, add the store trigger reference. Then, inside Start, find the store trigger. If you're using Unity 2020 or older, use Find Object of Type. If you're using Unity 2021 or newer, use Find Any Object by Type. Next, add the store detection code inside onTriggerExit. This detects when you leave Johnny's store and handles the store depending on whether you bought something or not. You can also enable the subtitle lines if you want Johnny's subtitles, but they may cause errors if your subtitle manager isn't set up correctly. Then add the other code inside onTriggerEnter. This handles entering the office while the store is active. Save everything, and that's the scripting part done. Yay. Okay, let's move on. Now add YTPs items to your scene. These are the YTP collectibles used as currency in Johnny's store. Unpack the prefab and set up each YTP type like shown in the tutorial. For item sprite, use the sprite renderer from the matching YTP child. For example, YTPs silver should use silver texture. After setting them up, place the YTPs around your school. You can duplicate them, but make sure you remove the 1 from duplicated object names, since the scripts expect the correct names. Next, drag the pit stop prefab into your school scene and place it wherever you want your store to be. The elevator and green locker are optional, so you can disable them if you don't need them. They're mainly there to make the pit stop more accurate to Baldi's Basics Plus. Now go to the store child inside Pitstop and find Johnny sign. Assign a Johnny's store sign texture if you want to add it. It's only decoration, so this part isn't required. Next, select store trigger and assign your game controller script to the GC field. Now go to the shop item parent and select the shop item children. Set up the item information for each item, then assign the shop item variables according to the tutorial. Also make sure the refresh button is set up correctly. For the prices, select the price game objects, not the price tag objects, and adjust their text mesh pro font and size to match the example. Also, I forgot to mention about Johnny sprite, as you can see that it's purple form. And the fix is easy, well. First assign the player and game controller script variables tabs at the cell script like this. Then, just select that purple texture as it stands for missing. Then search for Johnny sprite in the package and drag it to that missing sprite. You will see that it isn't transparent. Well, to fix that you must select that material, edit it shader to legacy shaders transparent cutout diffuse. Why cutout? That because when enabling it, the lip sync will show up at Johnny's store, unlike when it's only transparent, as it shows the full sprite only without that small mouth sprite that it animates. Finally, go back to your game controller and make sure all the required references are assigned. Check the YTPs, animations, audio clips, textures, and everything else we added. You can also resize the item textures so they look closer to the original Baldi's Basics Plus interface. If the swing door isn't working, select the _swing door out game object and check its swinging door script. Assign the missing references, especially GC and Baldi, and make sure the required materials and sprite renderers are assigned like the other working doors. And now, it's testing time.
Hi, I'm Johnny. Welcome to my store.
Run the game, enter Johnny's store, and there you go. You should now have an accurate Johnny's store with YTPs, item displays, buying, store triggers, and everything else we set up. If you get any
Thanks
errors,
for nothing.
leave them in the comments and I'll try to help you fix them. One important thing, I tested this using the PspLeafFox.
Thank you. My parents would have been so proud that I made a sale.
If you're using a different Decompile, I can't guarantee that everything will work exactly the same. And that's it. Enjoy your new Johnny's store.